I'm a little concerned in this election season. The older you get and the more you become aware of politics and you think about the future of your children and the world that we're going to leave them, politics is important. And how we leave our nation, especially when we die and it's our children are there, are we going to leave them in the best position that they can prosper and flourish and be safe and be free to worship and free to yeah. So I have some people close to me, I won't say relatives or not, that seem very paranoid in the postings that I see from them. And I will say anti-Donald Trump. And some of the stuff I read, I just go, oh my gosh, do you really think that? And I can't help, on the one hand, I think they don't really think it. On the other hand, I think they actually do, which comes out of the idea of, leaves the realm of reality and just starts to go into the realm of paranoia. And it's a little, I saw a post and I don't remember, and I tried to find it again. The gist was that Trump would bring us into some really bad situation. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, let me get this straight. He's going to lead us into a bad situation, worse than we're already in. So this is farther back than I was going to go. We literally dropped a bomb on other countries, an atom bomb or whatever it was, an atom bomb on other countries, which was rather unconscionable. We opened up abortion, allowing a woman supposedly the legal right, which is not constitutional, but whatever, the right to kill her own child, to rip the arms and legs, to allow the arms and legs to have the brain sucked out of her child. Think of that for a second. That's what they want. That's what the Democrats want. That's what Kamala wants to be able to continue to do. And that's in whatever way. Anyway, we've allowed divorce so that when a person says till death do us part, when a man and a woman make that oath of till death do us part, it no longer means anything. They can divorce if they want. So you can go into a marriage and know that you can get out of it without going through death do us part, which makes it just easier for people to leave. In these years, and I don't think any of them would want to repeal divorce, we have allowed marriage to become practically whatever you want. It can be 2 men, 2 women. It can be 2 men and a woman. I'm sure that's happened. I'm sure that's already happened. Or 2 women and a man. We've allowed our children. We've so deluded ourselves to think that a child, a teenager, can know whether they are a man or a woman. Well, let's step back. We have somehow passed reality that this is a man and this is a woman, and decided that a man and a woman is not what it appears, not what they appear, or not what they are, or not what their chromosomes or their blood work would tell you it is. If there was a crime, it would say this is a man, this is a woman. There's your proof. But instead, whatever they think they are. So if their brain is warped, we're going to go with their warped brain's view and start cutting off body parts. Okay, what else? What else have we done? How else have we been moving in a good direction? What other examples do we have? Contraception allows us to just have sex. Instead of waiting till marriage and being responsible and being patient, we can have indiscriminate sex whenever we want through contraception. We've deluded ourselves into thinking that the United States is the source of all evil. We invented slavery. We invented greed, as if no other country has ever enslaved. Every country that has attacked another country or been at war with another country and become the winner, has defeated their enemy, has in some way enslaved or captured the enemy. Every country, most countries have some slavery back in there. And countries today in the Middle East are still enslaving people. Africa has slavery in Africa. The American Indians, that's how I'm going to refer to them, enslaved each other when they attacked one tribe or one nation against another. If they won, they enslaved the other ones. Took the women as slaves and the children as slaves, killed the men. Every country's done that, but yet somehow our teaching, we've taught in the last 50 years, we've taught, instead of pledging allegiance to the flag and being united, as they say that Donald Trump disunites, ununites, doesn't unite us, they don't even want to say the Pledge of Allegiance, that we all pledge, all immigrants, all people become American. It's the only nation where you can do that. I can go to France, I don't become French. I might become a French citizen, but if an African, if someone from Nigeria or Haiti comes to this country legally, they can become a citizen and become American. Only place that's possible. And yet we're the evil ones. And they want to tell majority of the evils of our country instead of pushing all the good things we've done and all the inventions that have come out of the United States. All the inventions and democracy, our form of government in itself, emulated in so many other places. So, and climate change and all the rest. There's so many things that we're heading in the wrong direction, that we've just gone overboard. Climate change, yeah, sure, okay. But we've gone a little bit overboard if we were going to decide as a nation that everybody's got to go electric. Anyway, yeah, so they've just gone, and so, back to my point. And so Donald Trump is going to do what worse than all of that? Population control by castrating boys and telling them that they're actually girls? Having man and woman, husband and wife has always been, marriage has always been a man and a woman vowing their oath to each other, their fealty to each other, and to any children that come out of that union, which inevitably happens. And now we've turned it into, like I say, 2 men, 2 women, whatever combination you want it to be practically. And if it's not today, it will be within 10 years. You watch. Because remember, 80 years ago, no one would have said that 2 men could be married. And now here it is. Well, this mess happened within the last 10 or 15, 20 years. So don't say it doesn't happen or it won't happen. Yeah. So, yeah. So Donald Trump is going to take the nation, and how is he going to make it worse? He wants to turn back some of those things. So anyway, yeah, I'm a little worried about my some people that I know who seem a little paranoid and a little confused about which direction. When someone says make America great again, I don't see the sexual revolution and the last, 40, 50, 60 years as being such a great time of involvement or making great strides forward for our country. So, yeah, I think we would do much better to have a more Christian mindset like we used to, when our morals are based in God and the recognition that we're not the king, each of us is not God, that God is God. He gives us our rights, not the government of the United States. And that there's, say, 10 commandments, or just 2, if you want to love God first and love your neighbor second. If we were to follow these as our rules of law, we would do a lot better than forsaking God and the direction we were headed. So I pray for sanity in my friends and relatives, and that they would get help for their paranoia.